is still pulling the strings, so I'm quite curious how this will play out. Heroic and Navi facing off. We start a Mirage, and it's Heroic starting on the CT side with Navi on the T side. And look at the Danes already pushing right into 3 people. This is either going to work out brilliantly, or they're going to get shut down, and it will absolutely backfire. And turns out, it's the backfiring option they went for.
Yeah, you got your answer pretty quickly there, and it's going to be the opening 2 frags here for Navi. A 5-on-3 advantage of Yabi, taking down to 9 points of health as well. Looks like they'll be collapsing in towards the A bomb site eventually, but still plenty of time as Cadian tries to force them back, and he's actually hit the first headshot. Not bad at all.
It's a critical kill to get right there. They needed to get a little bit back in their favor. Alexi's holding up close with the Glock, and now he's got bit. There's, I think, just baiting for him a little bit, trying to take some shots there. Alexi would love for somebody to step in here and make a mistake. Doesn't look like anyone will at the moment. Jabby is very, very low, and Tess is starting to feel like he has to get closer to the middle to help out. He can't really stay deep on the B bomb site.
Well then, it felt like there was plenty of opportunity to enter the bomb site with those initial 2 kills in middle, but Navi slowing it right down, but seems to be working out so far. They find yet another kill in towards B. That's going to be now a 4 versus 2. Cadian and Yabi, and it's Yabi who's incredibly low towards the kitchen area. He'll be dropped, and that should secure the round as Cadian, he's so far removed from the situation. He's already found his 1 kill, but that's probably all he's going to get as well. Might even consider a save here as well, considering they'll be force buying in the second. He's already got armor, and might be able to get a helmet. So saving the Kevlar and is not the most exciting prospect, but a viable one.
Yeah, we'll forgive it for now. It looked to me like Tess's was in a position where he could have had at least maybe one of those headshots, but yeah, I mean, credit to Navi, I suppose, as well for slowing down the round after the fact. They get those 2 opening kills. They waited around in the middle for a long time looking for a mistake from Heroic, so, you know,
well, there's always going to be some sort of reaction, right? Especially with those 2 kills coming in. The CTs can't rest on the laurels at that point. They have to hunt and see if they can rebuttal in some way. They managed to pull 1 kill back, but that was about it, courtesy of Cadian, as we mentioned, who is going to save the Kevlar. They are hunting around for him, but it means he gets 2,300 into the next rounding via Kevlar and helmets for...
Yeah, Deagle's picked up as well, so they could, once you get the scout tags in, you can definitely start to do a little bit more, but I expect Navi will be fine cruising through this round. It should be the kind of round, especially with the patience that showed the last one. You look worried already, Henry.
I know, like, just Heroic on these sort of rounds, not to be underestimated. You can see these sort of reasons, and as Yabi with that deadly Desert Eagle striking from the bench as the 3rd headshot is delivered here. Amazing scenes from Heroic, operating in a very fast manner. Navi are punished early on and leaving them in a 4 versus 2. They're being tagged. Oh, there's nothing left. It's all gone wrong. So you did say, right, they're going to walk through this round. It's going to be fine. Do you want to retract that statement, I think?
Did I say? I think I said they should be careful.
Okay.
I seem to remember, I mean, someone could find the evidence, I'm sure, but, you know, that was what I meant at any rate, Henry, which, you know, you should be able to...
I appreciate
that. Like, it's all my words.
You know
it's what I meant to say, you know?
Yeah, that's fair enough. To be fair, though, Yabi... Oh my God, those 2 shots were brutal. The timing couldn't have been more perfect as well. As soon as they make their way through shore, they've got the Khalils. They think they've got the advantage. 2 shots, 2 kills, and it's just going to be simple. Already tagged down to 30 points of health, 4 players to find. And for now, it all starts in CT spawn.
Yes, the time is so low as well, so it doesn't have the minute to play around with, and runs right into the scouts.
At the force buy back themselves. Deagle's pretty much across the board here.
This should be an easy round for Heroic, though.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a good point. This is one of the easier ones. Players like Simple, JL, Desert Eagles, yeah, walk in the park.
Exactly. An actual just... No problems at all. But they're trying to set up a boost inside of the smoke. It's very clever. But no one's up there at the top of the stairs towards jungle. So they're not going to be rewarded with that. Instead, Cadian gets the opening. It's a really quick AWP to pull out in the 3rd round.
Well, bear in mind, yeah, he had that extra cash from the pistol, saving the Kevlar, then the scout. He had extra 1,300 in the bank. So, yeah, very good point. In fact, he's got the scout, the AWP so early on is pretty remarkable. Sometimes can backfire if you give it up, but this one is looking very well managed, if you don't mind me saying. We're going to be walking back in towards B with the bomb. And actually B at the A ramp for now. They are just looking for a miracle at this stage. You're 5 on 3. The Deagles have done no damage. You know there's an AWP out as well. You've got no utility. Yeah, just hoping someone makes a massive mistake. Cadian won't overcommit to this shot. He'll take one and fall back if it doesn't connect, but it looks like he'll be absolutely fine. Got some backup from Yabi as well. Okay, does maybe overcommit. This one gets a bit spicier now.
Yes, it does. They lose Simple in the middle. That's a real shame because otherwise maybe the two could have played off each other, but Alexei shouldn't be given a chance to get many more shots here. The bomb is dropped. There's only 25 seconds. There's no incentive for Heroic in this stage to try and fight him. All they can do is open up the round for him. If they just sit around and wait, he has to show up and he has to just run in there. So they know that, and they're going to play it just absolutely fine. So as impressive as you would have wanted, right? You like to see some of these teams maybe get a little bit looser. And I don't know if Alexei's, necessarily going to allow them to do that too much, but
the problem is when you're playing Heroic as well. We noticed it in the earlier games in this tournament that there's the word active.
Yes.
Was the biggest takeaway, I think, from their CT side. It's very difficult to even operate in defaults, right? Because they're in your face, they're constantly pushing, they're everywhere. Smothering style of Counter-Strike here as they try and break through towards middle. Navi, that is, but they have been met by the rifles of Heroic. A huge spray down coming through. This is the full eco. They might be able to get a kill. You can hear all the dinks being received. No kill picked up just yet, and it'll remain that way as it's a clean sweep for Heroic. Yabi with 3 frags. They managed to hold on to the AK-47 and the AWP as well. 3-1 for Heroic as Navi enter round number 5 with a mixed bag. The buy's okay, but there'll be no AWP for sure, and a distinct lack of all utility. A couple of players with compromised buys. We've got Simple with a Galil here.
Yeah, taking one for the team, taking a little bit of a hit. Still probably going to be fairly lethal with it. It is Simple after all. But yeah, this is a great start for the Danish side. They're loving it. Setting up the one-way with the Molotov, so make sure that it doesn't bounce back into the window. It's an efficient use of utility if you can get someone early on. Got a lot of mid-presence. Wanted to meet that AWP on Katie, and then Jabi playing real close. A couple of headshots. The bomb is now lost to Navi. And Bit and JL are left in a really precarious position here.
I can't imagine a more solid mid-hold than that one. You've got the one-way smoke set up of Acadia and AWP there, and Yabi not flashed at the top of middle, just spraying them down as well. Like, you don't even know how to call that one. You've got 2 positions that you're getting fragged from, and no damage inflicted whatsoever. Navi have been completely mauled in round number 5 here. Just Bits remaining, I'm afraid. Even if he finds a couple of kills, that would be something, but unfortunately it's yet another clean sweep here. So Navi, after winning,
maybe to try and put some pressure on Yabi in that position.
Yeah, the 2 players with full vision, no pressure applied to them. Against Heroic, they're not going to miss their shots as well. Very well-rounded team, and Katie changing up his position this round, heads towards B. Nice supportive incendiary as well. There is a player in towards that kitchen position.
Yeah, I wonder if Cadian realizes that's an option. Yeah, he does. All right, he's going to fall a little bit further back. So good position for him to be in. Now should be able to get the kills no matter what. Oh, they do jiggle him out just a tiny bit, but he's got some backup. Not that far away, actually. Stalin and I think Yabi trying to get there. They've run a little bit further away. There's Yabi with a shot on one of them, and it's going to be Bit sneaking through the smoke on the other side. Oh. Well played. Another headshot to take down Shush, and he's going to pick up the AWP. It's Ima now taking down Yabi on top of it, and just like that, Navi trying to steal the round back. They lost that second round of Deagles, but here's a bit of cold revenge for you.
Well, it was looking quite promising, wasn't it? Cadian with the dynamic AWP positioning there going towards B. It was the perfect call. They had Desert Eagles, no utility. They were just going to go for a contact B play, but he missed the vital shot. If you do miss the first bullet upon entry, they can swarm you like locusts, and you could see him scrambling back toward the side, drop the smoke, but Bit had got too close. Behind enemy lines, he finds the kill, gets the double in toward the kitchen as well, and it all falls apart. What should have been a locked-in round to extend their lead all collapses due to one missed AWP shot. 4-2, Navi back in this. He dropped that earlier, and I think he just had the smoke. It wasn't a bad idea. He just didn't realize it got so close. All right, then. Plenty of cash, fortunately, for Heroic after having a couple of clean sweeps in the previous rounds. We've got Yabi, as we mentioned, active on his CT side usually. This is brave. He had the backup of the AWP behind him, so it wasn't just a solo push. This is a key interaction now. Will Ima find him?
The timing is so good. Yeah, he's going to catch him. Unfortunate for Yabi. That's I mean, if he keeps going and he doesn't either get caught by Ima or he spins around and actually catches him, the round is almost won right then and there. So,
well, that's great awareness from Ima. The internal clock working very well there. Perfect timing. You're right. That would have been absolutely everything. Yabi makes it in T-spawn. He sabotages the backline. So, What's the reaction here? The CT's now in a 5-on-4. We've got Stown in towards Connector, tucked away. If he peeks now, he's got a pretty much guaranteed kill, but unfortunately Shush will be dropped before he can actually get him. This is looking good for Navi now. 4-on-2 as they crack open the A side.
Yeah, Stan in a really tough position. You can see he's being pressured from all sides. Flashed as well. He's not loving this. Now smoked off and eventually taken down. Yeah, they used all the utility to just put the pressure on, which is a way better option than trying to face down in a battle like that. Again, he's one of the absolute star players of this team, so why would you give him the chance with the AK? Better than just sewing him out with the grenades. And Cadian, the reason they could have 3 people at the A-bomb side in this one is because Cadian was holding the B hallway, so he can't even get there in time. It's not possible. Wow, this is amazing for Navi. I'm really impressed. I thought it looked like they were crumbling really early on, losing the second round, but they look like they're back in it now. 4-3, and they're playing on the T side of Mirage, so definitely a lot to work with at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they were 4-1 down, and winning that Deagle gambit in towards the B bomb side, that was everything. That's got them on their feet here, and Cadian looking to save the AWP, feeling the pressure. Drops the fire, and he will survive. They've got a nice buy available to them. Plenty of cash still. 9K for Stown, $8,000 in Tesses, and now a little B put.
Take away some of that dynamic CT defense and just play a little bit slower, then maybe Navi just wasting their own time.
Well, these are the big question, Anders. We'll see. Yabi leaping himself up and towards shore here. Perfectly done. It's got vision for the cross.
Did he get tagged by the grenade but not stopped? I think he did, and maybe the grenade bounced off to the side. That's a really weird interaction. Love to see the replay. Yabi getting pushed a little bit back. It's down the first casualty of the round. Simple able to catch him. AWP to bring him down. 4 versus 5, 2 and Sue. Still some good mid-presence here from the heroic team.
Another opening pick for Navi. Good reaction here. Testis boosted up towards short. Very strong position. I feel like he's good for at least a kill here. Whether he'll survive is yet to be seen. The Navi pumping the brakes once more. Bottom towards top of middle, waiting for the CT rebuttal here. What's the reaction? What's the play? How do they get back into the round? They've got so much time on the clock. Happy to wait it out. Holding the choke points. You can see there's a player towards B. One watching towards the connector from underpass, and then top of middle as well for the short push. They're starting to coordinate the team, though, back towards A with the bomb. So likely to see an A split to close things out here. Smoke going in towards window just to enable that. Great awareness from Lexi B. They find a kill towards shore. Yabi still alive and well. And Heroic fighting back into this as we go into a 3-on-3 here. 35 seconds.
A little bit of a light up, but it's JL instead gets the headshot. Shush, he had the right idea, but the bomb is going to be planted behind that. He was the only defender at the A-bomb site. And they didn't have that much time left either. Now, can Cadian find a shot to bring them back into this round? Because this retake's going to be real tough. Nobody has a kit picked up at the moment.
I think it's done already.
Yeah, that's it. They don't even want to get close to it. They have some money on Cadian, so I guess he could maybe drop someone and they could have something going into the next round, but my God, this is great. Again, I think this slowdown for Navi is so frustrating for Heroic because once the fight breaks out in the middle, I actually think Heroic would love for it to continue. Would love if they just kept swinging and taking fights, but it's not happening, and by the time that it does, Heroic are kind of a little bit distracted. Yeah, well, they're working these opening picks. I believe Simple got the kill towards window to open things up. It was an early 5-on-4, and that's just an in-game leader's dream, especially when you're running defaults and you know it's a team that's active. They like to push for information. They like to react to fast pace towards middle here. Looks like a B split, Anders. 3 players towards the apartments. B bomb side currently wide open. Just a player towards shore. That's Cadian. He could slip the net here. He is in trouble. Yeah, oh my God, I can't believe he doesn't have anyone with him. This seems like a big risk. If he misses a shot and goes down, it's over. The round is dead. Even that trade is probably going to be enough because they're holding the middle. Any rotation right now will have to happen through the market, and it's such a choke point. Nice shot, though.
Big kill.
Yeah, but he might have brought it back a little bit. Yeah, the fact he's detected the bombs there as well. They get a load of information. They have the man advantage for now. It's going to take a while to get the C4 planted. That's a lifeline. They can consider this one now. You were dead on. Before that frag, it looked like Heroic got out of the round, but this one is right back on. They're jumping through on the cover of smoke, trying to get through the window. Simple checking, and he's going to be good for that flick, and almost picks up the second one. Still no bomb plant. They're waiting for it. They're not really rushing in here to try and get that bomb plant. They realize Heroic are already in the middle of the retake, and actually, they might be able to burn them out of the back line. They have another Molotov even on JL. No! Shot and a kill right through the bench wall. That is magnificent. Simple. Absolutely wrecking Heroic on this one. That was a beautiful little sequence
from Sasha the Smasher. Beautiful. The wallbang especially, great awareness there. I actually like the retake attempt there from Heroic, but once again, Anders, the patience of Navi.
Yeah.
Even in those chaotic scenarios.
It wasn't ever really super spectacular, and very often it's super hard to feel out what is an in-game leader even doing half the time. Like, it's very hard to read the calls because we already can't listen to the comms, but this kind of intentional slowdown, it feels like that's a very deliberate thing that Navi are doing right now, and it's working really well. So if you wanted to give some credit to Alexi, you probably would say, all right, this is a very good understanding of what kind of opponent they're playing.
Yeah, it's a very nice counter. Heroic are looking uncomfortable now. 4 rounds in a row for Navi as they take a lead 5-4. A half buy here, some upgraded pistols, more of an eco. We have got the AWP of Cadian though. We will see what they can do with it. Can he steal this round away? Another quick play in towards the B bomb site. One player is going to be waiting on the other side. That's Tesses with no armor and just a 5-7. He finds the opening frag. Can he stay alive?
Well, long enough at least for Stown to show up with the deagle and get the headshot. It's a bit uncomfortable, the Molotov. I think Shush just wanted to try and beat the timing. I don't really blame him. Sometimes people will forget about the Molotov and just kind of push somewhere else, but they were absolutely holding that grenade. Stown with a stolen AK to take down Simple. This should never even be this close. An unarmored 5-7 at the back of the bomb side, and it slows down Navi, and they lose some of the follow-up fights here. Imma's very low on health, and AWP a bit overkill in this scenario, but whatever, he'll get the job done. It's a headshot as well. JL now 1 versus 3 to try and see if he can pick it up.
I'm on the front line to defend the mid-push.
Still very aggressive out of Heroic, but this time it's working even better. Stown with the shot, like Cadian as well. Both of them are slightly flashed, and Tess is so ready for this one. And it's a bit of a speed-up attempt from Navi, hoping that there's going to be 3 in middle, only 1 in B. But even then, they couldn't win that fight. But the math makes sense for Navi to try and push aggressively to B hallways, I think.
Well, that's more like it for Heroic. Back to business as usual. The aggressive push, the double kill, and now a 4-on-2. But Simple and JL alive and well.
And probably also, for Navi's point of view, a confirmation of the game plan from earlier. This is a round where they go really, really quick, and Heroic are just ready. Are they out there swinging and fighting? If instead Navi wait at top mid, like way back towards T-spawn, for, 20 more seconds, Heroic probably can't hold those positions forever. Once the smoke goes away and they lose all the grenades, they have to go back.
Well, the mind games begin now. In-game leaders, Cadian and Alexi B locking horns. We've got the heavy hitters, though, of Navi, trying to dissect the situation. They've got 30 seconds, boosting up in towards window. They've got a couple of flashes, some Molotovs, one of which will be used towards shore right now as JL gets up towards the window. Now, what has to happen here for this round to go in their favor? This kill presumably needs to go in their direction. 15 seconds now. Cadian should confirm things. Simple the AWP, too far removed to plant. And that's going to be a very convincing round. Back to their winning ways with the mid-push. It was Stown managing to do most of the damage there. Cadian supporting sniping from the connector as well. And they've got a 4-player advantage here as just Simple survive man unit we know they are. We've seen a mixed bag of results. Started off very well for Heroic with the 4-1 lead after losing pistol, but Navi winning a pretty devastating Desert Eagle round. Got them right back in the driving seat. It's been back and forth ever since, but 6-5. After we take the tactical timeout, we are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Orbs out on either side. And SS to defend B once more. His down of a decent grenade. Should do some damage there. Yeah, lands in the front door of Alexi B.
Again, back to the slower style here. We're watching Navi wait it out. Alexi's kind of listening in on middle a little bit to try and figure out what's going on. And they are gravitating toward what eventually looks like it's going to be some sort of an A split. Could still change their minds, but yeah, once they get in towards connector here, both Alexi and probably Imma as well, they should be able to coordinate with the rest of Navi.
Yeah, they've done pretty well so far in terms of the mid-round objectives. Connector control, coordinated around A, the bomb's in position. It looks like the commitment's coming through. We've got Bits leading the charge here.
Oh, shut down immediately, but the return is even better. JL, what a headshot on Cadian. 3 people defending the bomb side, all of them dead. And Alexi's already looking for the escapees over on the other side. Tessis and Yabi confirmed to be saving. They're not anywhere near anywhere else, so going to be another round. Navi picking it up 6-6 as they tie up the game.
Well, there it is. JL, we know he has some world-class potential.
True.
We saw it over in Paris, and he gives us a little glimmer of it there. That was very, very nice indeed. Breaching the A bomb site from the Palace there. Assertive headshots being delivered. as it confirms a clean round for Navi. They'll tie things up at 6-6. The hunt is on though. Tesses and Yabi both in towards B. And they've got Simple, the big bad wolf, on the hunt here. Trying to see if he can find them. Not committing to it. It's likely they're in towards B. Alexi did spot them already, but they'll be falling back. Very nice round there from Navi. Like you said, A split coming through. Slowed it right down. Wait for the aggression at the start. Dissecting the mid area. They actually had some later mid-round smokes going towards the CT side.
Might pour after this one, so they really, really badly need to win this one. If Heroic have a dream of winning the half, of getting, you know, up to 8 or more rounds, then I think this is going to be the pivotal one. Otherwise, Navi probably run away with it a little bit more. It's down in the middle, just out in the open, and he uses that smoke for cover, pretending it's a wall, and takes down Imma. Wow,
nice opening frag. The scramble to try and get back in towards B. Falling over each other, but they've done it. No damage taken. And we have got a player in towards the B apartment. That's going to be Bits lying in wait for his opportunity. I dare say he's got that first kill. Connects on Tessus, looking for the double here. Players all around him, though. Good response. Heroic hold on to the man advantage here. Plenty of time as Yabi will find the AK-47 as well. Simple needs to be careful. Sure, he can go for the pick, but he's got the bomb on his back here. Even if he's spotted, that's a problem.
One more jump might have got him killed. But,
yeah.
Yabi's been playing very well. He's not going to let it go that easily. A couple of shots ringing through. Alexi, it's right over his head, surely. Stown's going to be there, but he won't win the fight. But yeah, obviously that was going to be traded by KD, and he was in the area already. 40 seconds and the bomb's in the middle. 2 versus 3.
Yeah, time is the problem right now. 35 seconds. Looks like they'll be making their way towards short. They've got Shush to deal with at the connector. Yabi at the van position here. Need to try and get that bomb down. They have some utility. If they can Molotov towards the van spot, that would be amazing. But don't think that's going to be a factor here. Doing significant damage is going to be Shush. Gets the information. Both are there. They've just got to collapse on the side now. Hope for the best.
Down to 12 seconds. Again, if they could have found Yabi at the early start of this, it would have been different. But now they're just crossing their fingers and hoping. Well, there we go. I was going to say, I can't believe he hasn't found the kill yet. Going to be shot in the back eventually. Shush probably could have had that kill at Catwalk even earlier, but did screw up the spray a little bit. Either way, Heroic happy to see a 7th round on the board. You have to take the hit on this one. Oh, Bits, that's a good shot. But unfortunately, Jail, he can't replicate what he did earlier coming out of the palace. He would have loved to. 3 on 3, a simple. We'll find Katie in the middle lurking around. And a little bit more speed behind us again for Navi. A little bit more willingness to fight across the map. You could still 1 minute and 20 seconds. So they're really early on this one.
Yeah, anyone's round. This one is wide open. They'll boost the player up and towards window. What a player it is. Simple, the AK-47.
Yabi's in T-spawn.
He is. Bits also there as well, looking for these sort of pushes from B. Is he aware that T-spawn could be an issue? He checks it for a second, but you can see he's overworked in the spot. And Yabi doesn't commit, though. He's actually going to be falling back.
You have to do one or the other, right? You either have to move forward or back, and I guess you're right, he is going back, because if he stays in T-spawn, then he's just far away from everything. That's not really a viable option.
So they've got 2 players in towards B. That's going to be Tesses and Shush. The latter in towards kitchen. Tesses just looking agile around the bomb site, trying to find a good spot here. They're aware of many possibilities of danger. Looks to be the B finish, though. Shush will confirm damage inflicted.
Simple sneaking up behind right now. Tesses, oh, they were looking for it. Shush, I think he was looking to see if anyone was walking up behind. There's the jump down. Good headshot. 20 seconds. But could Simple save this round for his team? It turns out he definitely can't. Shush, head on a swivel the whole time to look behind him, and that was a good thing too. If he hadn't, maybe Simple would have crawled in, but Shush doing a fine job in this one.
Yeah, you're probably asking yourself why they didn't.
Yeah, he did almost walk into the shots. You want to be careful about that, obviously. Some nades coming out. 8 to 6. I feel like also that it's tricky when you're slow playing it, waiting for the flank to come in like they were in the previous round, because if you are too slow, it almost becomes suspicious, right? Like you have to find some balance between still showing your presence at B and still buying time for the flank to come in. And I think Shush was well aware from the start that someone was up. Like they were just slow enough at B that he felt like there must have been a flank coming. JL goes down. And that leaves everyone else in the middle. How do you win this fight against the AWP up on the ticket booth? Well, certainly not with the Tech 9. That's not going to be the one to get the job done. Probably be the Deagle instead, but they can't even make it through the window either. Alexi is on his own in a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, I think he might be done here. It was actually a pretty decent effort from Navi. After going down 4-1, they managed to make it a pretty competitive half, I have to say, 9-6. As this one's looking decent. This is the pick of Navi, and Heroic are giving them a run for their money. Can they keep it up, though? We will have to find out after the break. And Navi. Pretty exciting first half, Anders, I have to say. It was back and forth. It was slow. It was fast. It was somewhere in the middle. But Heroic coming out on top 9-6. Still wide open, though, if you ask me.
Very much so, yeah. I think Navi can do a lot here. They've already proven that they have a really good understanding of how Heroic are playing on the CT side. Now let's see if they can defend this side themselves. Tessus with a good beginning. Heroic lost the pistol on the opening half, but this time they look like they want to swing it back. It's Alexi to get a kill, and the only one that they've got so far on the Navi side. Cadian is tearing them apart in the middle. Two big shots there with the P250. And just Immer left here, and he doesn't even realize yet, but they're right on top of him, reloading, and they're everywhere. Stound's going to be the one to get the job done, but it would have been any one of the three people that could have done that. Really well done. Heroic off to a blazing hot start here in the second half. Yeah, real cheeky round from K, swinging in towards middle with the flashbang. Cadian in trouble. Needs a bit of backup here, trying to take the aggro for his teammate to swing out, and you can see Tessus, epic flash. Contributes a couple of kills as well, not bad. And it's Alexi B to be the last man up to the chopping block. It's going to be a clean sweep for Heroic. They are in the driving seat now, Anders, but the M4s come out now. The problem is this, you can take the eco in the second round by... That ran away, I mean, Navi, not that they could have done anything else, but they really just wanted to get it out the way. You could tell, like, everyone's fighting, no one's wasting time sniping with the USPs. They just wanted to get it out the way, and they get into this one. And again, they're pushing quite aggressively. Yeah, I don't mind it. Why not? Get some sort of positional control on the map. Simple has set up base camp, top and middle. Oh, but hold on. Mac 10 here. It's 4 people with no head armor. It's only Bit that has a helmet to protect him, and that actually could be a bit of an issue, not just to get the Mac 10, but the 2 Galils as well that are in play. As part of the risk, that and the grenades, and obviously the lack of a kit here. Navi they don't need long, extended fights. They need really quick shutdowns with these rifles on the CT side, or probably it will backfire on them. But they do have a double presence. I feel like this top mid position is not allowing them for it's a pretty good B defense with the crossfire, but the A defense, it could definitely use some work. It's just Bit with the FAMAS, and it's a difficult spot to find multi-kills in there. You're good for picking off one, but you can't really reposition. You're committed in that turret setup, and here comes the commitment now through the Tetris boxes. Bit, he needs to deliver, and he's getting burnt out. He goes down. Nothing can be done, Anders. Yeah, it's a vulnerable spot to say the very least, and he learns the lesson. There aren't many positions like that left in CS where you can sort of get crouched in on. I mean, like, yeah, exactly. Used to be you could crouch under the trains in 1.6 and get maybe Molotov down, but it's good for like catching lurking players, people trying to walk into the bomb site, trying to work a pick. But yeah, they execute onto you like that, and the Molotov drops in that spot. You can't actually move. You can't just like instantly dismount. You have to move like a foot to the left while crouched. And as we saw, 80 damage done before he could even get out of position. Yeah, miserable to be caught like that. Can you believe that there was a point in time where you had to crouch through the vents of Nuke? I hate that. Yeah, that was the worst thing about him. 1.6, like, you could barely move into him, right? And then they had, like, a back room as well. Yeah, obviously, crouching into a fight, it was more viable in 1.6, I suppose, than it is here. But could you imagine if you reintroduced that? Like, you couldn't use the vents at all. But, just wouldn't work. But, yeah, this is a really, really good use of utility. I'm surprised it even spreads there. It doesn't look like it does, but you could see he was burning. So it's a perfectly thrown Molotov. It's unfortunate. And at least they kept defensive advantage. Oh, here we go. That's going to do it. Timing, flashbang as well. Cadian going down, but Imma's going to get caught anyway. A little bit of a spray for JL. He's going to be careful. Yeah, maybe just walk away once you got the 4 on 3 here. It's not worth it. Considering how scrappy that one was, I think that's a good call. We got Yabi waiting in towards the B apartments here, looking to activate as his teammates will reposition, maybe up towards B short. Got a bit of utility here, needs to try and clear the connector if possible. Test showing a little bit of presence here, flashing towards spawn, as they'll try and make their way up short here. Stown has got past the important choke point, but a boost on the other side. They don't know. They have no idea he's right underneath them, but Stout doesn't really realize either. Surely, at least they're going to get the refrag. There we go. Looking straight up into the sky. What a turnaround. The spray on Bit, it nearly connects. But Yabby's now finally activated. Does he realize JL? He's right around the pillar. He does.
He can win this.
He can absolutely win this. 1 versus 2 now. He's got 45 seconds. But I like this reposition into the middle. It's very hard for Bit to get caught in this moment. Yabby's kind of thinking about it, but hard to look everywhere. He's got like almost a full 360 cover to try and do, and it's not going to work. Bit will find it. That's so smart. Bit and Simple almost dead from the outset there, but they're going to win the round anyway. 12.
He works in towards A right now. Smoke goes down. Could just push through this. They've got so much manpower on this side of the map. It's Bit to defend again, this time with the AK-47.
I'll be really looking to take control of the middle here. They got 3 people that are in the area. But I kind of prefer this much more because you can really you can play A as a retake. So instead of sacrificing Bit in the shadows like they did previously, just have him play back here towards CT spawn. And if it's the same kind of execute, at least you're playing 5-on-5, maybe 4-on-5 if Bit can get a kill. Katie, though, right idea, gets the tag as well. Put a little bit of pressure on. Simple shows up and throws a couple of bullets their way. And a grenade as well. That's going to be softening them up just a bit.
Here we go then. Heroic pretty much have to commit to this one. They have no positional control elsewhere. It's scrappy, but the kills are going in favor of Navi. M4 is looking very strong indeed. 3 versus 2. Tessis coming in from connector, but smoked off for now. Needs to be aware of the possibility of a short player. Fires off some bullets. Doesn't really connect, though. 40 seconds remaining. His teammates in T-spawn with the bomb. Great shot, though. This round's back on. 2-on-2.
It looked like Tessis could have even won the first battle there against Alexei. He's probably a little bit lucky to be alive. 30 seconds. And you're right, bomb in the middle. Tessis has all the health in the world to try and take this fight, but the clock is really running against them. They know that Alexei was somewhere here, so I'm surprised that they're just walking in. Surely that would have been communicated. Even if you thought he was going to run back, Tessis gets that one, but it's a 1 versus 1. He can't make a bomb site. He just has to try and run and find Alexei. He's going to make the right jump up. Going to get another one. He's almost on top of him. 3 seconds. He's hunting him down, but he looks the wrong way. Outbrained by Alexei. Pressure almost immediately. Can they hunt him down? They can. It's Cadian who comes in from the middle of backstab jail on the bomb site. 3 versus 3 now. And yeah, Simple is here. But it should be a bomb plant that's coming down. They have another couple of flashes here and a smoke towards the market just to slow them down. Immer is practically dead. I can't believe he's dodged the bullets. One more connection and he's dead.
Oh, it's coming down to I'm going to tell you that ain't the play. That's not the one.
No.
That's not going to win you around. It means he's got no money going forward now. Emma's got Deagle armor, but it's simple. It's $0 going forward. After this round, they get 2,400. So he better get a few bangers to make this one worth it.
I feel like it's worse if he does make it work. Look, he'll inspire other people to try this.
Like, he even bought a helmet, you know. He didn't even just get Kevlar. Like, you don't need the helmet against AKs, and it's just like, you know what? All in. Let's go.
I'd be so shocked if I almost feel like it must be a mistake of sorts, you know?
We'll see. Could work out. It is simple. Difficult to question him.
Yeah, normally you definitely wouldn't want to do that. Extra Molotov in there just to be sure that no one's hiding in a corner somewhere. Immer? Nice shot. Okay. That makes it a bit more interesting. JL shows up, but Yabby's pretty quick to take him down, and that's a USP, another Deagle that's swinging there on Bit against Yabby. He's going to be able to get that kill, no problem. Long spray there, and actually, the last fading bullet just catches Simple, so investment does nothing for them. Alexei, even if he gets a kill, even if he gets 2 kills here, he can't probably win the round from this position. So, 14 on the side of Heroic. Do you feel like...
Oh my god, he's got the Nova shotgun now.
Oh no.
Okay.
What's happening?
The Deagle, like a shotgun, I don't think you could really like shine the brightest, but I don't know, I'm ready to eat my words. I'm so
I would love to be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get enough Nova shotgun kills.
Let's go.
Well, let's see.
Prove me wrong.
If nothing else, it makes for an interesting start to the day.
Oh yeah, totally.
He's in a position where you can absolutely make it work. But the problem really happens if he has to turn around at any point and shoot at people that are further away than this.
Yeah, not great for the retakes. So, Heroic. Now this is a slow and methodical approach. waiting for any initial aggression, biding their time, Anders, and now deploying their late round utility.
Also, when you know Navi are low on money, oh my god, the spray is so good. Even if he was flash JL, that's actually not that far from being a double.
Sick flash from Immo. That was from Connector.
I was gonna say, if you know that now that the CT side doesn't have a lot of money, slow playing it is even more painful for them, right? Because some of the early nades that they use, they don't have any more.
They literally have just what? One smoke and a flash left. And a Nova.
And a Nova. And it's looking like that Nova shotgun might... Well, I suppose he could probably pick up a rifle in the middle from JL, but I'd love to see him go for the retake just for the fun of it.
Oh, they're walking in towards B. And speaking of B, it's Alexi, who's the only player here defending from short. He's ready for it. Yeah, it's a nice opening kill. They've got the man advantage. This one is not done. Big kill, though. Even better from Bits. They've got the man advantage. The shotgun surely can be upgraded here as the bomb goes down.
He's actually... Oh, there we go. He's running towards the middle now. Yabi wants to push in and see if he can catch Imma. Huge kill if he can get it here.
What?
Like, oh, flick, how does he do it? Picking off the player coming through the market, and it's a 2 versus 2. Now, Yabi might be low on health, but he's still here. Tess is going to have to try and escape that Molotov. He knows that someone's waiting for him, but Yabi, look at the reposition. They have no idea. Why would they ever expect him to be here? This is so sick. He walks in, executes Bit, and now it's simple. He's going to be able to find him, but that was so brilliantly played from Yabi. You want to try and play that kind of mind game. He had no health to take a long fight. He almost could have won that one. If he realized where Simple was, it might have been enough.
Just to confirm, the bomb was... And speaking of which, he jumps up towards short.
Yeah, important that Alexi got the first kill on that defense as well. It kind of set them up to even be able to do anything at all. Otherwise, maybe they would have been wiped out. But a good call also for Heroic. They did pick the right bomb site, right? They picked a part of the map where there wasn't really much defense. So it could have been real close to almost ending the map right there. Simple lurking around the middle, the little tap there, not connecting, and didn't get a chance, I guess, to readjust. Tessis is lightning quick on the other side, and Cadian is pushing in. If you want to repeat this one, you need at least a flash, and there it is, good on JL, but he sticks around to try and continue the spray, and Stown will be there to take them down. So still a 4-on-3. Alexi lets go of a couple of bullets of the FAMAS and reveals his position, and he gets a lot more in return, down to 31 health.
Yeah, it's looking very uncomfortable on this B bomb site now, Anders. Alexi B fighting for his life, 31 points of health, 3 versus 2. He's done very well, though. He's dissuaded them from their B bomb site onslaught. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be him a free kill for Cadian. That's going to be map points. Little to no chance here for Alexi B.
Imma must have fired some bullets or made some footsteps, because otherwise, I don't know how Cadian can be that sure that he's there and not in the window or the connector. So I didn't really catch that, but Cadian certainly looked like he did. Good communication. It might have been the people running back from B that heard something and called it into Cadian so that he was ready for it. Either way, like that kind of communication obviously will get you a long, long way.
Well, this is the nightmare scenario now. You're 15-9 down. You're getting $1,900 into the next round. Morale looks a little low on the Navi cam, not going to lie to you. Look a little bit frustrated and tense, as you said over there, I would say.
Can get an over shotgun, though, if you feel
that
like
is one of the options, for sure. But here we go. Alexi B, all he can really do here is save the AK-47. Let's check in with some of the charts here. Who's doing what? Stown with 261 utility damage, just to note that.
Okay.
He's doing pretty well with that. He's Cadian beneath him and 160. In terms of frags, it's Cadian at the very top, 23. Yabi with 20. A lot of moving parts here. A change of language, change of team. Everyone's getting used to the new setup. And not really much you can do against this one as they go for the full B push in from short. It's just JL to defend. He's got the AK.
You probably won't expect for JL to be. He's been playing the
they seem to be aware of the possibility with that Molotov.
That's wild. Because if it's JL they find instead of Alexi, I understand why they would check for Alexi, because he's been anchoring B so hard, but yeah, well played. They're absolutely aware. That is so cool to see. Bit and Imma left 2 versus 4 to try and hold on to the map, and it seems like it's going to be absolutely impossible. No one checks the corner. Yabi gets the kill, and Imma is on his own. 1 versus 3. Cadian to take him down, and Heroic to win the opening map here against Navi, and it's all smiles and fist bumps all across the Danish side there. A 16-9 victory.
Yeah, well, at least they weren't completely blown out the water, you know. They had their moments. It was back and forth in that first half there, but Heroic just showing their pedigree, their class right now. Of course, are the favorites going into this one. They take their opponents, their map pick now as well as move on to Inferno. They'll be starting the T side, of course. They've got themselves a single smoke, a couple of flashes, and some P250s in the mix as well as Cadian, who looks rock solid with that pistol on Mirage. We'll see if he can replicate that here to kick things off.
Yeah, I've noticed there are two pistol strats they really like on this one. One is more of like a straight B execute. Another one is actually a B split in a pistol round, which is a little bit more rare. That's normally something you do a little bit later on when you got more grenades. So it's not a great start when they already get slowed down with that kill. And Jail is out here trying to make sure that they're not going to be slipping through either. And I think Heroic, they're reading the signs. They're realizing there's a little bit too much defense here. Let's try and go somewhere else. And they might just be walking into certain death here. Immer at the corner with the dualies in hand. Bit down in the pit. Another really strong pit player. But Yabi's actually going to be able to negotiate that obstacle quite well. Bit on his own here. Trying to see if he can get the job done. Alexi shows up just in time. And Bit will get a double headshot. Alexi with a double. And that is...
and we'll see if Navi can hold them off. They've actually focused more on the SMGs here, Anders. 3 MP9s, 1 M4, and Bit with a FAMAS here.
Tech-9s and Inferno is a classic combination. Don't get to see it nearly as effective as it once was, but I still feel like
for
it
good
has
reason. I think it was out of control back in 2015.
Yeah,
it was ruining the game, I would say.
We can say that with confidence now. Even at the time, there was a lot of angry threads happening.
Yeah, simpler times.
In many ways. A famous tournament where I believe Olaf had more Tech-9 kills than AK kills. It did happen. If you go back far enough, you can probably dig up some of those games.
So, Anders, we've got a B execution here. We all know the drill now. Couple of smokes over. Coffin, CT spawn. Might go for more of a contact play here.
A big decision for Alexi to be made if he wants to push through the smoke that Heroic are probably going to be throwing down, because if he doesn't, then Jail is very much on his own. So you got to be careful about how you play this. 40 seconds. Timing on that smoke is pretty decent, but they flash right through. And they just go right on top. The Tech-9's doing a little bit of damage. There's the kill. And actually, there's no smoke towards the coffins at all. So a little bit surprising. Heroic, there we go. Very, very late with it. And Alexi never really got to help out. 4 versus 4.
I suppose you get the absolute maximum efficiency out of that smoke now. This is looking like a nightmare scenario for Navi. They still have a window of opportunity to retake this one. But like I said, they've got those MP9s on the retake here. Distinct lack of utility and no kits as well. Need to find some quick kills here. Bit will open things up. They're still going for this one. Actually looks like they've come out on top. Great retake in the end. It looked unlikely they can actually do much with that one, Anders, but it's pretty clean. 3 players surviving.
And I would say even a retake that was heavily assisted by the fact that Heroic had a plan in mind, right? They wanted to triple peak that CT spawn position, and
they've got a hero AK in the hands of Stown, looking to cause as much trouble as possible. Ideally, with this sort of investment, you'd like to get the bomb down. That'd be a bit of a win in its own right. They'll be buying up into the next, but for now, just trying to get some basic control of the map here as they boost up towards bedroom. Look to take over control of the bathrooms here. They've got no one towards B currently, but Cadian isn't towards underpass.
So it's quite fun to try and see teams try and optimize the economy in the next round. Even if you end up with, you know, just Deagle on Stown or something, you could still be fine. You have 4 AKs on everyone else, so yeah, it is fun to play around with. The flank is coming in very, very quickly, and they can do it as well with the SMGs. They can even pop through the smoke if they really were feeling crazy about it, but they're going to hear the footsteps coming back instead. Jail in a very good position, and there's just 1 flash on Cadian, so it had better be a really good flashbang by the time they throw it.
Well, CTs have relinquished control of middle, so they've gone for the crossfire setup here. 2 players at Arch, Bit in the pit, and here comes the control. Wrapping around towards Arch now. Great shot from Stown.
Really good opening. He's going to get the second one as well. No. Yabi with a headshot down in the pit. No chance for Bit to survive. And Jail and Alexi, they just realize instantly, this can't be done. So 3rd round, stolen away. That 1 AK force-up, and it goes a real long way.
We're seeing that more and more often. Like back in the day, we used to see hero AKs all the time. Wouldn't talk about them too much, but in the modern game, it seems to have a real prominent position. As Stown continues to demonstrate here. 3 kills in the round as he gets his hat trick. We've got JL cowering away in towards ruins. That's a hell of a shot, but it gives up his position. I don't think he survived this one, but time will tell. Molotov down, Cadian to convert, and that's a huge round. Stown knows how important his contributions were there. Excellent work with the AK.
Yeah, they get to
Let's get a face full of lead instead. Across the map here, Shush and Tessus combined for a couple of frags. JL tagged up as well. He's down to 23 points of health. And you can see so much confidence behind this push. They group up towards middle. Guaranteed mid control. And at this point, it's their round to lose. Even with 3 CTs on this side of the map, I don't see a world where they cause a dent here. This is the only position that can cause some damage here. Immo is good for 1. And just JL will have to fight with 20 points of health. Now, he probably gets a kill, but that will be it, Anders. This is the force buy that's not going to do much for them.
Yeah, it'd be such a more interesting round, this one, if there was only 20 seconds in the round and he could get a kill and you know, play for time. But obviously, with a minute on the clock, it is never really going to happen. I'm starting to this is making me very nervous because this pace for Heroic and the confidence with which they're getting some...
You're right. It took them a while to get going. This is the full eco, unfortunately. This is where Heroic take the lead. Not much to report, I'm afraid, ladies and gents. You can see it's an open B-bomb site, and that's where the bomb is heading.
It's a Zeus in play.
There is a Zeus in play, I suppose. I didn't catch that, so we'll follow that.
I know Chad has been perfecting the art of making the Zeus death sound. Something that he's been practicing on his off time.
Well, that's why he's one of the best.
That is, in fact...
That's what I need to be doing.
Why? I feel like he's conquered that space on his own. Like, no one's really tried to best him on it. So, I guess in that sense, he's like a world champion.
That's what it takes to be a master of your craft. That's why you've got to respect it. But, unfortunately, and there's not really much being done in this round. The Zeus won't be connecting, at least this time. 4 kills for Tessus. On for the ace, I suppose.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be denied, but still, that's a lot of extra money.
The cash, yeah, that's wild. So he's up to $7,600 after that one. Enjoying himself there. Business as usual, really. After losing the pistol and the second round forced by Heroic on their feet with 3 rounds in a row, all up in the hands of Cadian. Tessus will continue with the MAC-10, and that's a bit of an issue, Anders. You mentioned the word helmets earlier. It's something I like to keep track of, especially the MAC-10s in play. JL, Imma, and Alexi B without helmets here, meaning they are very vulnerable, very squishy to that MAC-10. And a map like Inferno as well, where there's lots of run and gun potential, going through smokes, pushing through utility. Right. It can be a real issue. So Tessus is aware of that, and Cadian hasn't bought armor.
Okay.
Cadian, you forgot. That's a nightmare. He is okay. He's got $9,000 and he literally forgot to buy armor.
Or...
No,
he's too cool.
No. Whatever you're coming up with now. That's a nightmare because, grenades can take him down now. If he gets touched by a Molotov, he's done for.
Yeah, or even the aim punch is a little bit of a potential issue. We'll find out.
Oh, that's rough. He's got the bomb as well. Yeah, that'll protect him, I suppose.
What a weird round. Okay.
At least there's no Nova.
There's no Nova, and they are running out of HEs as well, so he's safe from them for a minute.
He's just saving cash, saving money for the future.
I'm gonna retroactively, and if this works, I'm gonna claim for everyone that it was part of the plan all along.
So smoke's being delivered now towards Arch side and Library. They are known for their A-side splits.
That particular smoke has to be one of the most common smokes that's thrown on this map, because it could just mean 10 different things. It's so cool because you don't really know what the follow-up is on the CT side.
Oh, could be a spawn play.
Oh, they're going to split.
Oh, they've left B, and it's going to be a banana split here as well. CTs are in position, but are they aware of the wraparound? Apparently not. They couldn't have been in worse spots. That is not good news. There is a chance for a double kill here, though. First comes in for Alexi B. There is the double. They had to shut him down there and then. The round is going to be theirs as long as the bomb's being planted, which it is. A weird round, but the CTs, they just didn't.
And even the lack of helmet coming into play, I think Imma getting caught in the pit, long range for the MAC-10, he just gets completely popped. So even that was a factor.
You could see they just didn't even have that in their mind. It could be a possibility. They were running knives out towards Library. They got the call. The smokes were down. The wrap was coming through. And
it turns out, Henry, if you don't even get hit at all, you don't need Kevlar.
That's true. Cadian with 100 HP at the end of the round. Let's see if he'll consider. Did he even notice?
He's got to. Actually, it would be a lot more funny if he just kept playing until eventually he gets grenaded. But a 4th round for Heroic. Things are looking continuously up for the T side. A
little bit closer than I anticipated, honestly. The fact that Alexi B gets 2 there, he keeps it expensive, but the money isn't really a factor, unfortunately. We've got $12,000 in Cadian, who purchases armor straight away.
And it's the Max 7 instead. So
Swaggy 7, yeah. You don't see many of those these days. Oh, big nade.
That actually is massive, but Alexi fires a bit early. Flash in his eyes, he couldn't see anything at all. Down with the double instead. And that's the Banana defense wiped out. And Heroic, they don't really have to go quick with this one, but it feels like they're just on a roll right now. Simple getting popped in the middle by Yabby, and it's just Immer and Bit. They're cruising through the early part of this game, and Navi haven't really given Heroic reason to pause at the moment. They're happy with the way things are playing out. Navi aren't able to shut them down, so why would you stop? M4 on Bit, and that's about what they're saving into the next one, but yeah, this is spiraling very quickly.
It doesn't feel good. Like the scoreline right now, like, it looks like it's serviceable, but the way the rounds have gone down, especially towards the bookend of Mirage as well, I think, like, the word I used was outclassed. It felt like Heroic in just every facet of the game, understandably, just look a lot more comfortable. They've got the synergy, which is where Navi are going to struggle, of course. If you're not aware, if you are just joining us, maybe you're a casual fan wondering what the hell's going on with this squad, we have a player break once a year, and during the summer, it was Rostermania. The last CSGO.
He's someone like trying to push into that realm, and then since then, it's like everyone just accepts it is viable, it's sick, let's just do it.
Well, the only regional teams of this tournament is what? Heroic and Astralis, right? Like,
yes.
Every other I guess, and you've got Complexity as well. But in terms of, international squads, that is the main approach these days.
Yeah, and that obviously opens up for many more crazy roster changes, right? If you have to look within your own country for the next superstar to pick up, it's going to be a way more limited pool, and maybe it'll be a little bit more obvious when you're doing it, but it feels like the further away we get from the nation type teams, the more exciting and crazy it's going to be.
Well, here we go. Back into the action, ladies and gents. 5-2. Navi on the back foot, to say the very least. This is the pick of Heroic. They're mapped down. And this is the upper bracket game of Group B. So, Yabby with control of the boiler room. Simple patrolling that area. Smoke down towards middle. Speaking of smoke, he's going to have his vision removed. Have to reposition here. It's going to be one of those apartment pops. You'll see a flashbang come over. Smoke down from Cadian, and they're just going to try and swarm the bomb site with this flash. Here we go.
Yeah, let's see. That's the cue to go. Bit's ready to try and stop any Molotovs from landing right on top of him. What a great headshot. Really slows it down. Jumps flawlessly on top of the bicycle to take down Tessis. It's a really fantastic double kill. But Heroic are not done yet. They're still pushing the issue here, and they should be able to get the bomb plant.
There's no one remaining on the CT bomb site here. We are going to see a clean plant come through. The retake will be agonizing. You've got an AWP. At least there's a bit of utility to work with as well. They're going to drop that shallower smoke, allow them some sort of access toward the site here, but they don't have much, Anders. They have a kit for Simple, and they need an opening pick right here, right now.
Also means he has to get way closer onto the... Oh, there's one JL as well, so now they can send him in there. And they do have a Molotov on him, so this could get a bit interesting. JL is checking that secondary mid position, and they're already backing out. They're saying, that's it, we don't even feel like we can do it. That's interesting. I know this Inferno, and I know people do love to save rather than go for the retakes, but I felt like maybe they could have had a crack at it a little bit more, but I guess the economy means they just don't want to.
Hey, well, Alexi's alive. This would have been his call, and playing for the bigger picture here, hoping they can secure the weaponry. There's no going to be too much hunting going on here for Heroic, so both players will be taking multiple weapons here. We've got everyone giving up 6 in a row now.
Good timing on the Molotov. That'll slow them down. It looked like Heroic did want to try and put some speed behind the initial smoke towards the arch position. Emma with a good spray, but he can't really find it. And now, oh, good shot. Let's go for a couple of bullets. Wow. He's still got more left. I think he had about 6 or 7 bullets when he went for that fight against Tessis, but it's absolutely perfect. A 4 versus 3 here. Bit did go down in the meantime.
Emma with a difficult series so far. Only got 9 kills on Mirage. Opens things up here. Huge pair of kills, and we'll see him actually find the 4 versus 3. 1 minute left on the clock, and we've got Cadian setting up utilities. 2 teammates in towards the apartments once again. Maybe a similar approach we saw a couple of rounds ago. Flashbangs over from second mid. Surprise, overwhelm the pit players here, but Simple, he's lying in wait with the orb.
Nice shot, picks him out of the sky. Sees the second one, but How do you even get out? Yeah, a little bit of a smoke to try and block off that AWP. It makes sense, and I think Kagan is hoping that there's a flank down Banana, but there isn't at the moment. Stown is working this alone. The bomb is on the other side, so this is just all Stown hoping to stay alive and buy time and force the rotation, but I think JL is making sure that he's not walking out of this position. Stown very nearly dead already, and Cadian, he would have loved a kill right now. That's what they were waiting for. It doesn't really come through, so I think Cadian, he's finding what he thinks is an empty bomb site, but they're right next to him, so this should be more or less impossible. He's going to fake it once. Jail. Oh my god, he gets the shot anyway. It's a quick scope to take him down, and now the game is back on. Cadian, he has a knack for winning these kinds of rounds. He's set up for it. Very, very low on health. One misstep here, and he's going to be dead anyway. Alexi and Simple coming in on the other side, and he's just scoped at the coffins. They're already jumping up on the other side. He misses a shot, but somehow he lives through it. HE, that might be enough to blow up Alexi. It will be, and now it's Simple. His brain, I mean, we've been memeing about it a little bit, like that whole main character thing, but this is also, I think, why he's able to do this, right? He was thinking about that the whole way walking up. Obviously, the best scenario for him would have been that Jail had actually pushed into Banana.
Yeah.
But even if that doesn't happen, he still somehow, he has the movie playing in his head and it works.
You give him an inch, he'll take a mile every single time. As you mentioned, you would think his teammate had done enough. The B bomb site would be open. There was 8 seconds left on the clock, and he has the presence of mind to go for that fake plan. The only way he wins the round if a quick scope connects towards the coffins, but of course, he nails it. Bomb goes down, he steals the round away and shatters the morale of Navi. The tactical timeout as well, just a chef kiss moment, and just to rub it in. Let them stew on that as they go 7-2 down, round 10 ahead of us, sorry. And we will see a full investment from Navi as they'll have the all for Simple, 4 rifles otherwise, but that one really hurts. A real gut punch of a round.
Yeah, very hard to recover from, obviously. That felt like it should have been there round, no problem. They had the early defense actually from Simple over at the A bomb side, which worked out very well. But losing that one 1 versus 3. Deep breath on the side of Navi, surely. If they want to return here, I feel like they probably do need the first 5 or 6 rounds here on the CT side for this to be a little bit more competitive. Stuck at 2 for the moment, but there is obviously still a way back. And they got some rifles on this one. The round loss bonus is starting to really pick up. Same double setup here. We'll see if it's going to be enough. JL on the one side. Alexi, again, a little bit further back by the coffins, which could be hard to play. They're going to fall back, actually.
So, this round a little calmer. It's going to be the CTs relinquishing control of middle, but is Imma boosted up here over towards the atrium. He's got Simple beneath him, so focusing their efforts towards short. We know that Heroic like to wrap this A bomb site, so they're in vulnerable positions here. Need to be very aware of that prospect. Multiple players towards the apartments, though. They've tried this pop a couple of times to varying degrees of success, mainly working out for them. And it's going to have to be the same sort of approach. Here we go, Anders.
Yeah, they're ready. Bits. Nice little tap there. He's so efficient with the bullets, but eventually he will get shut down. Tessus comes back into with a couple of kills, and Simple put under pressure. He sees the gun barrel, able to pick it up, and even spins around. He's so ready. A triple on him. He might be low on health, 5 at the end, but it's a 3rd round for Navi. That's a very exactly the kind of position where a lot of players will crumble if you're boxed in like Simple was, but
yeah, I didn't think he'd be surviving that one. One missed shot, the round is lost. This one specifically holds his nerve, though, aware of the possible threats around him, closes things out with the USP as well, and Tessus found 2 big kills there as well.
It's created here. Alexi gets one in return, but they're wedged up against the wall in a really uncomfortable way. Alexi's doing an enormous amount of work. I can't even believe it. 3 kills on Alexi. He should have been dead minutes ago. Instead, it's now a 2-on-3. And JL is still back here. Molotov is going to land on him. He's forced out, but he also gets to live.
How did he survive that one? They know he's still here.
Yeah, but they're going to find another player instead. Stown with the right read and the right play. That is so sick. Now they're falling back, but Simple, he is leagues ahead of the moment. Cadian is about to get a heart attack. Stops that bomb from getting planted, and JL snuck around. What a round that was.
How did Alexi B hold on? 4 down on the CT side as Alexi B is getting burned to a crisp. He has to get out of there.
Yeah, luckily he didn't actually run back into that HE, but JL was there catching it instead. That's 2 players on less than half health. trying to not even necessarily defend Banana, but just kind of assert a little bit of presence there at the start of it, and it absolutely backfired on them. Navi need to fight and win this round. They can't really afford to lose this. In terms of the money, they'd be in such a tough position if they lost it.
Well, bomb down in second middle for now as they work for this first pick. Cadian with the opportunity, but can't quite convert. Lots of damage inflicted towards Heroic here. Immo will finally convert one of those kills, and they've got the man advantage for now, but three of their players incredibly low on the CT side, and Stown trying to find one of them. Walks through, dry, in towards B, and CT spawn. There's actually a free kill there. He can't find it.
Yeah, that's probably one that you would want to win, and if he had, it would have been real interesting. Simple, easy enough shot. He repeats right into Cadian, who's very low on health, so still around that they could win Heroic, but it's got a lot more difficult, and this double pit setup feels like that's the ace up the sleeve against what Heroic are doing here. How do you jump out and check both these positions?
Yeah, especially with one in the anti-flash spot with the MP9 as well.
Yeah.
It's looking very effective. I say that. Immo does go down bit. Needs to make sure he finds at least one more here. Not going to happen.
Oh.
8 seconds remaining. If they can get a safe plant here, they might actually be able to steal this round away. 2 players towards short.
And no grenades on any of them. They can't Molotov out that position. Good little creep in there. But Stown is ready, and we know how mechanically gifted he is. Oh, they line up for him. Didn't even need the mechanics. The timing did all the work. And it's another devastating loss for Navi.
They didn't stand a chance. I dare say they'll be going in the next 15 seconds, Anders.
That's what Navi would love, actually. They'd be really sick with the booster they have, with a little bit of a three-way crossfire. If you get the first kill, maybe it will work out. Good execution from JL, but he's out in the open as the second player swings through the smoke, and they're probably going to be checking this boost. Surely they will. They're trying to creep on over, and there's actually a bit of a gap in it, so maybe not as efficient as you would have liked. Some shots through, and Shush is lucky to live through that one. Yeah, wants to throw the bomb over to Cadian instead. They're still 3-on-3 with, a little bit of time. Yabby on the other side, finding the kill on Simple, and that might just do the job.
That was the key interaction there, because you could see they were very uncomfortable towards B. Lots of headshots coming through, the Deagles were connecting, and if Yabby had been dropped by Simple there, they were locked in. They couldn't fall back. They wanted to get out of the bomb site. Fortunately, they find that kill towards top of middle, and then they can fall back. They were granted safe passage back towards A, and the round is confirmed. Just Immo now. He's towards B and hoping he can find a rifle at the very least here. But that was a little bit scary, has to be said. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, close in a number of different ways. Shush, if he dies there, then he has the bomb on the other side. They have to commit even more players to pick up the bomb again. It's just a mess at that point in time. By the way, Stown is 18-8 right now. He had himself a really sick game at the moment.
All right, yeah, fair play.
Yeah, with 13 rounds played, you've got to say that's impressive. I feel like that happens a lot when Stown's playing Inferno. He just seems to be at home on this map quite a bit. Yeah, well, you said save an AK. He's going to be able to do that at the very least, but my God. Already 9.
The helmet that goes first.
Yeah.
And it enables you to have that tip of the spear. You can hunt for information without sacrificing AKs. Yeah, I think they do a really good job of bringing that in when they've got a lot of money. The spray down from Shush. He continues
his
reign of terror.
They got wallbang before the fight even started, so they're just in the hallway. Bullets just coming through the wall, and then as you're trying to adjust to that, you're just getting mowed down. A Shush running through like a madman. 3 kills. This feels absolutely done. Heroic with a really brilliant start to Inferno. Bomb is down here. And yeah, a couple of kills, but they know exactly where they're coming from. They have more grenades. They have 2 more smokes and another Molotov and an HE to try and slow down this retake. I don't think it's happening at all.
I think you might be onto something there, Anders. It is the 3-on-2. We're just going through the formalities at this stage, waiting for this half to come to an end. Alexi B will pull one back, but they leap into the warm embrace of Yabby. A show-stopping half as we post 11-4 in Heroic's favor. They're already a map up here. They're looking good for a second, but we've got time.
CT side, Navi back on the T side here to try and find a miracle, or maybe probably even more than one. They want a third map at this rate. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it. And obviously, you know, we're talking about Katie, but Stown with 20 kills in the first half is pretty ridiculous.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Navi goes without saying, would love this pistol round, but the flashbang delivered from First Oranges is sublime. But Alexi B continues his good form. He'll find the first frag, but it's a 3-man stack here. This kill will be guaranteed for Cadian as he starts to mow them down once again. The hat trick is found. The in-game leader finds him a 2-on-2. Navi still have a chance to win this one as the bomb is planted.
Yeah, not coming through the smoke either. Shush us down there. Waiting outside. Letting the bomb get planted. Nobody wanted to risk it. A bit sending a couple of bullets, but he's going to receive more in return. And Stown, he can't miss right now. 2 big kills. Obviously, Cadian back there. The element of surprise is so huge. You can absolutely tell everyone from Navi was looking elsewhere. And I think also because they did spot the player at Coffin, so they assumed that's it. It's a double setup, which is exactly what, for a long time, Navi themselves...
Middle will be greeted by a couple of pistols momentarily towards the apartments. Utility deployed, and JL will have to use a smoke. Molotov of his own. Big grenade, though. That one hurts a lot.
What do you do playing up against somebody like Stown who just refuses to miss shots? It's so stupid. I mean, Stown is so far ahead of everyone else on the server right now. Cadian's had some great highlights. He had the triple and he had the 1 versus 3, but that's about half his kills that are happening in these 2 rounds. So Stown, for just the long stretch of this game, he's just putting in the numbers all the time, and they can't stop him right now.
It doesn't seem to be a response, Anders. If they can win this round, maybe we can have a competitive game. I don't think there's a world where Navi can win this map, unfortunately, but reps on LAN are important. Getting some experience and recovering some of these rounds, it's all valuable experience here. But they've taken a lot of damage. Sure, they've managed to bring it down to a 4-4, but going through spawn, barely 100 HP between 3 players. And they'll hold, bide their time, see if there's a reaction, a rotation from Stown. But the way he's approaching these angles, he is very aware of every single possibility.
Even
look at this awareness.
Even getting dinked, he's still moving up. They're just not expecting it now.
Okay,
he probably should have had that kill, but you can tell that because of his movement, they don't know what's coming next. That's the bomb trying to make its way onto the site. If that had gone down, the clock would have been a real enemy here of Navi, but instead, they're going to get the bomb plant down. Now, you mentioned they're low on health, so even the SMG here will chew them up. There's another one on Shush coming in as well, and the rest of them are boxed inside of the bomb site. One of the worst positions you could be in to try and defend this bomb.
Nothing they could do. You're dead on there. I'm sure they got the plant, that's something, but as soon as the SMGs are in position, there was no way they were holding on to that one. That was the force buy as well. They don't really have the loss bonus. The bomb is planted. Like, traditionally, if you manage to get, like, 2 more kills here, if it came down to the 1v1, you'd probably buy into this one. They in the last couple of rounds, and it's an opening frag for Navi here. Maybe they are onto something. As we'll see, the M4 of Yabi waiting patiently towards the car position. Doesn't relinquish control just yet. Happy to hold, and he is taking some damage.
Yeah, 6 damage from a DPS.
Yeah, thinks better of it. The warning shots, though, successful, I suppose.
But yeah, you're right. A bit of an accidental jump, I think, from Stown. So cost him his life this time around. Him running low on grenades as well, a heroic. Just slowly petering out at the moment. Shush gonna swing for it. A very committed swing, and it's good for the double. Nice shot from Cadian. That really helped out Shush, because he was down there. Would have been have to running out of the smoke instead, and you never really want to try and do that against anyone else in the pit. So nice shot from Shush. He just keeps it going. Would have had that kill, but Tessa stole it at the end. Still a good triple on the pit player.
So just a half buy for Navi there. 14-4 down. Unfortunately, you can see,
they're playing a little bit above the rest of them, which wasn't really true on the first map.
Well, the problem is you've got these exciting new signings, right? Immer's had one good map this tournament. Overall, though, pretty underwhelming. It's going to take time, of course, but it's just not a great way to kick things off. He got 9 frags on his first map.
Yeah.
9 frags again here. Just the hype he's got around him, like, regardless of the environment and who's up against, like, everyone's got high expectations now. And I guess when you want to put that Navi jersey on, that's the deal. Like,
yeah.
You want to play in the big teams, you want to get the big paychecks, like, you've got to deliver. And yeah, early days, they're not expected to win this one, but I suppose he'll be disappointed with his outputs in this particular series.
Yeah, and just having trouble shutting down the heroic individuals as well, right? That's at least something that you would like to be able to claim. You could walk away and say, okay, you know what, they were a more well-rounded team, but on a one-to-one basis, we could definitely bring the fight.
Yeah, they were never going to win this on paper. We were hoping for a good game, though. I think Mirage delivered that. There were some moments where you felt like, okay, we can see what the individuals are capable of here, but we'll see what they can make of it. Opening frag found around number 19 for Imma. Fitz will be dropped towards the apartments as Stown continues his reign of terror here. Big frag for JL, and he will deliver. Man advantage now for Navi. Simple will scoop up the bomb in towards the apartments. We've got to open a bomb site for now. Should be there round, but I say that with bated breath because CT's still alive and well. Doesn't look like they'll be exploring the options though. So a bit of a gimme. Navi won't have to work too hard to get this one over the line.
Yeah, I thought for a minute that Tessus was trying to angle himself,
I thought so too.
Didn't really do it. I mean, good shot from Stown. I think Bit probably put himself in trouble by jumping up on the railing, but, you know, I don't want to do too much backseat playing either. It's hard to know in the moment how that plays out. Will be a 5th round for Navi regardless. Tess is just hanging out looking for exits as people obviously have to try and escape quite far away. It looks like Imma... Yeah, eventually you're going to have to run for this one if you want to live. The range on this map is ridiculous. And yeah, he's going to run right into the arms of Tessus, so he's going to be dead no matter what. Alexi now taking a couple of steps closer as well. Ooh, it's Simple going down.
Steady on, lads.
That's
really
a lot of casualties.
Needed to save a bit more than that, considering 3 players were like, that hurts. Because you only get $3,500 for these rosters. You don't expect them to win, but we're looking for any calling cards of play style, what the individual role's going to be, who's going to be stepping up. And fortunately for Navi, the opening game was pretty exciting, taking down Astralis 2-1.
Yeah, that was unexpected, and that's definitely something we can look back on with fondness. And like you said, there were more rounds, more interesting rounds being played on Mirage as a whole. This one's been a little bit harder to get off the ground, so maybe Inferno is something that that just needs more work for this brand new squad anyway. So
absolutely. Well, let's see if they've got anything else left to offer, Anders. If they can maybe get to double digits, I would say that's an exciting prospect at this stage. Opening frag for Imma, starting to come to life now. Got a cross though, and Jabby, he can't believe his luck, but he might actually go full send through the smoke here. They're looking towards it.
He wants to. Good shot. That's the bomb. It's a very awkward position for the bomb to be down. No one's really nearby. Yeah, Yabby's walked straight through, and he might be able to catch a free kill. Oh, no! It goes the other way. Simple with a great awareness. Double position in the pit, though. And Navi still have to dig their way out. The longer they wait, the closer Cadian is to maybe trying to help out here. But there we go. Bit and Simple is the classic duo. And it comes up with a complete clear of the bomb site. So Cadian will just walk it off. And it'll be a 6th round for Navi.
Well, there you go. Not the most technical round, but a very efficient one after finding the opening pick. Working the key choke points of the map, collapsing on the bomb site. Simple with that great awareness he set after they wrap around. Knowing there was a possibility that Yabby could come behind him. And he absolutely wrecks him. So Cadian to save the AWP. In terms of loss bonus, only going to be at the 2nd stage for the CTs. That's $1,900 into the next round. So they're pretty much like they can take the full eco around the AWP. Considering their massive advantage, though, they might have said us as force buy. We've got plenty of rounds to try and get round 15 here. Time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you buy a couple of 5.7s or even the P250, right? It's such a close map, this one, that you can definitely get away with it. Oh, they're going to find Cadian. Okay. That's really well done.
Well, now this is an awkward one because you're going to get 24 into the next round. So that means... what, 4,400
games that were very one-sided. You at least want the data. I think it was complexity versus vitality. We had this kind of conversation, right? You at least want some rounds to look back on and say, okay, how did we get into a position where we could win? What kind of weaknesses did they have? And how did it actually feel to play with this team in an official game? And if you just get wiped out, you're never going to have that experience. So good on Navi to claw their way back to getting a little bit more. Jail with a beautiful triple spray down. Flashed on, I think, almost all of those kills, but got them nonetheless. Shush and Stown here just to try and do some more. It's Simple. Actually going down in the middle with the bomb. It's a bit weird.
Yeah,
got a minute. It's not a problem.
It's not a problem, but it's not ideal. I think that's fair to say, Anders.
Yeah, it does make everything a little bit more fun.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem, he says. Well, there it is, confirmed. Bits will take care of business there towards 2nd middle. And like I said, double digits, like that would be something. They're in a bit of a hot spot. You know, it could get a little bit awkward. So we'll see what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point to really talk a little bit about, because that probably does put Navi maybe not quite within striking distance, but it's kind of close.
An interesting compromise here. They've gone for 4 rifles, right?
Ooh.
But Cadian's gone for the 5.7, reserving cash for the future. Just knowing like they've got a safety net if this does backfire, and they do have to eco next. At least in the next gun round, he'll have enough of the AWP, and they can be in their full stance, and they'll still have enough buffer time, right? So that's quite a technical discussion right now about the economy, but that's essentially where we're at. just trying to play for the future, knowing they can afford to buy into this round with the scoreline the way it is. And if it does go wrong, happy days. They can work it out. So towards B we go. 4 players on this side of the map for Navi. Yabi currently alone. He was donated some extra utility at the start, so that's fine. He's got another smoke there available in towards spawn. Just trying to suggest he has multiple players with him. We hit the 1 minute mark, and you can see Alexi B with the Galil as well. It's a huge round, a chance for Heroic to find series point right here, right now. They have no kits, no helmets, bare bones utility, and they've left B wide open, in fact.
Yeah, he's just walked away. Now, I would again say, normally when Heroic do this, it means they're going to be pushing on the A-bomb side. They actually group up and try and go to the middle.
This is just one of those rounds where it's like, they know the buy is so compromised that if they go B, they just let the round go. They don't even think about it. But
hold on,
they're fake, though. They're faking. So how much do they want to commit to this? They're sending in Alexi B. So it's the in-game leader. This is all on him. So he'll be the one hunting for information, pulling the trigger on the play here.
If they want to run back to B, it has to be right now. I don't think they can do it now.
He's in clean.
He's realized, but it's too late.
They're still going.
They can't go back. They just don't have the time for it. Yabi and Shush getting a couple of kills, and oh no, Simple with the bomb in his hands, just running away, hoping maybe to catch someone, lure them in with the footsteps. That's devastating. The full-on gamble for Heroic, and you mentioned it perfectly. If they come A, you might win the round. If they don't, you stay with it. You're going to need a lot more than that. You probably do need about 25, 27 seconds to actually get across the map like that.
You could just see it collapsing in front of our eyes there. We could see what was about to go down, and I think Alexi could as well, where he was like hoping. He wanted Jules. He wanted to have a fight. If he gets one and even goes down, they're still a little bit confused, but it was the perfect call from Heroic. 0 players at B, 5 of them at A, ready for the full execution. 1 more round required here. Heroic in cruise control. They've got 8 opportunities to slip it by the keeper. And Navi, the money better than I would expect, to be honest with you. They've got a Galil once again for Alexi. 4 AKs otherwise. Utility not too bad, but it has to be the perfect game from here on out. And that's going to be difficult. This time a 3-man stack towards B. A player might rotate considering they've boosted one up. But what do you do here? You have to be very careful. You've got no Molotovs, Anders, so you can't really flush out any key positions towards B bomb side if you're going to execute.
Yeah.
One of your stars, Zimmer, he's been naded at the start. Less than half, and that's a little bit rough. They're going to be coordinating themselves towards top mid. That smoke will delay them significantly.
They're keeping that B stack for a very long time. Much more than I would normally expect. I would assume around the minute mark you would start to pull one of those players back, like you said. But there's still just 2 of the A-bomb side. Now we're starting to feel more of the gravitation towards A, with actually all 3 of them leaving at the same time. Yeah, Tess is going to stick around and just listen in and try and throw that smoke down, but it looks like Navi again are trying to punish that A-bomb side, and it's just in time for Heroic to get the full 4-man defense.
Oh, here we go. Shush to be challenged first toward the pit, and they are starting to drop like flies already. An answer from JL, but they've got to breach this bomb site now. Somehow get the plant, but it's not looking good whatsoever.
Not at all. Simple spins it around. He's got 10 seconds left, and he gets a double kill. Still a 2-on-2 here. And Simple very, very low on health. That is as close as it possibly get. I mean, if he doesn't get that second kill instantly, they're done.
I was going to say, they were about to just hightail it towards spawn, but they've got a 2-on-2 here. I guess there's no kit. There it is. They found one. Still possible to win this. You need to isolate the fight. Simple with literally 1 point of health to try and hold on, but the timing is excellent. JL might have saved the day here.
Yeah, Simple could still be found, but no kit on Tessus at the moment. I don't know if there's one on the ground. It's a 10-second defuse. He's going to tap it. JL is running right into it. What a headshot. That's well done.
He could have
on him.
Closed the game out right there and then. If he gets that quick kill, there was 10 seconds.
You know, that was for a full buy. They just do it for the hero, and it actually works with the boost on the other side of the middle towards Boiler, and it's just perfect. Simple gets blown up. He's going to be so frustrated right now. What a way to go down.
Well, yeah, you've probably called on the comms. They're going to be eco right now. We've sabotaged their money. He's peeking quite openly in T-spawn and gets picked by the AWP. They have no idea what they're really up against now, and Cadian knows he can be a real thorn in their side. Staying nimble, staying dynamic as he's hard for the second kill. Now, I dare say he's got it. It's going to be towards top of middle. Rattles off a bullet, but will not connect this time.
Bit making the jump down for the smoke. Still plenty of time left here. And look at the pressure. They're using the utility well, trying to see if they can just push out Cadian from inside of the bomb site. But Stown's shown up as well. And they still need to find the last 2. Cadian is finally gone, but it is a 2-on-2 here. Tessus getting close. The bomb is dropped out here. Who's going to be the one to come and pick it up?
You can't believe it. The bomb's still there. It's Alexi B who will find Tessus through the hay bales here. And Yabi with a chance to clutch out. He has no armor, but he has got the rifle. The Molotov makes things very complicated for him. So now they can plant cleanly. He knows it. Shouldn't be any way he wins this round, Anders, but we'll see what he can make of it. Alexi B out positions from the graveyard, and Navi, they are one step away from double digits. And with the KD and AWP in the previous round, the money... It's
gonna be a while before Heroic start to feel the pressure. And they're not necessarily a team anymore that's too prone to getting choked out in some of these group stage type matches. It feels like they're gonna be fine. Alexi with 19 kills, JL at 17, Bit and Simple both at 16. I mean, it's starting to look a lot better. You feel like if Navi had started the game this way on Inferno, as opposed to trying to sort of catch up at the end, it would have been a lot more of a fun adventure for them.
Hey, like, in terms of the scoreline now, like, this is a very different game already. Like,
yes.
They've shown us they can have competitive gun rounds. They've shown some synergy, some teamwork.
Still averaging more than a kill a round.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. That is an issue, and he's probably got this kill here as well, to be fair. Okay, that's a problem now. It's the M4 that's alone in towards its A site. Two players reside in B. 35 seconds here. He's moving around, and they're going to run into him. It's the low HP player first with the bomb. And somehow Alexi B actually comes out on top of that duel. I can't believe it. Well done.
He's been playing very well in the last couple of rounds here.
Yeah.
A lot to put on the shoulders of Stown to expect for him to basically win a 1 versus 5 at the bomb site, but that pretty much was on the menu for him. It will be 10 for Navi.
Well, like I said, double digits, bit of a win, all things considered. Turned up, shown as they can be competitive here, and I guess at this point we do have to start the conversation, Anders. Is overtime on the way?
I would love that. I would be very excited. I feel like
it would turn this series around, right? It would make it a really memorable one.
Yeah, and also I'm just in the camp as everyone else. You get a new team like Navi, you want to see them as much as you can. So I would even say let's get overtime into a third map at this stage, because we all have to learn as much as Navi have to figure out what's going on. Like
the conversation's really changed now.
Yeah,
we've gone from it's over, it's a guaranteed 2-0 to maybe overtime and maybe a third map,
and then Navi winning that one.
And then Navi winning. Okay. If that happens,
they have to learn to play with each other. They also have the disadvantage of having to rebuild probably the entire map pool, right? Like it's such a weird spot to be in. Whereas Heroic could just say, "Well, we already have. We know what we're good at. We know how to play this."
Yep.
5-round deficit. So yeah, another 5 in a row to get into overtime. Any mistake along the way, and obviously the whole conversation is just nullified, and Heroic will walk away with a 2-0 victory. So that's what's on their mind. They're just hoping for that one good opening that they can maybe close the book on Navi here. Banana control for them.
Here we go then. One more round required. Heroic though, difficult setup for them. They don't have the kits. They don't have the helmets, but they do have the opening frag. A brutal flashbang coming in from KD, and Stown feeling the heat of the Molotov, but still he'll get out. Doesn't upgrade to the AK, just happy to be alive at this point. And now grouping up towards middle. It's Cadian. Lying in wait on the other side here. Looks guaranteed for the first frag, but he averts his gaze for a second. Doesn't matter. Finds the bomb. 5 versus 3. Looking like this is where they'll complete the task. Put Navi to bed 2-0.
They surely should. Navi still have a little bit of time, but my God, we're going to need some strong headshots coming in. And Cadian is just there, taking up a secondary position and dropping Imma right towards Arch. Simple and JL. 3 people already dead on their side. It's going to be a 4th in Simple, leaving JL with absolutely no hope.
No third map, no overtime, no Navi win, Anders.
Didn't manifest it quite hard enough, did I?
The clock has struck midnight. Everyone's turned back into, what, pumpkins, mice, candlesticks. It's not going to happen. And JL, what have you got for us? Unfortunately, just 10 seconds. So even if he hits a couple of bangers here, it's not really going to be working out for them. It's going to be Heroic with another statement performance here. Our last 4 groups, they are undefeated so far. 2-0, 2-0. And Navi, you have to say, Anders, yeah, sure. They got blown out of the water at times, but overall, can't be too disappointed. It was to be expected, some might say.
Yes.